When you watch this video, a frequency within you begins to move. A frequency capable of awakening your real potential and shifting the direction of your life so profoundly that the old version of you will no longer have a place to return to. Welcome to one of the most important lessons you can learn in this lifetime. The path you walk is determined by the goal you choose. When you have no clear destination, the mind scatters in every direction. But the moment you define what you truly want, that direction begins to carry you forward. Every inner transformation starts with one simple step, allowing your desire to form a clear, vivid image in your mind. For years, I've kept a small card in my pocket. On it, I would write my strongest intention of that season. The day I wrote it for the first time, I didn't just put words on paper. I built a crystal clear picture in my mind. It felt as if that image imprinted itself onto a specific cluster of cells in my brain. Every time my hand reached for the card, the sensation of touching it sent a current through my nervous system, and the image would reappear instantly. This tiny ritual strengthened my intention every single time. Your mind cannot focus on fear and on your goal at the same moment. One will always dominate the other. That is why knowing what you want and deliberately directing your attention there isn't optional, it's essential. There is an unbreakable link between mind and body. The body is simply the outward expression of what the mind is holding. You can understand what a person thinks by watching their behavior and their results, because results are nothing more than reflections of the inner world. The external world constantly bombards us with noise and stimulation. And while this makes focus harder, it is precisely here that your will takes over. Managing your mind, choosing your thoughts, this is your responsibility. When you plant an idea into the subconscious, everything begins to change. The subconscious isn't just your personal inner space, it is connected to the collective field, the universal mind. I could be in Cappadocia and you could be in Sydney. Yet the moment we meet on the same frequency, distance becomes meaningless, just like picking up the same line on a phone. What matters is tuning in to the same channel. And when you give your subconscious a clear idea, everything aligned with that idea slowly begins to move toward you. Once you emotionally fuse with a thought, the physical world mirrors that union. Your vibration shifts, your behavior shifts, and your life rearranges itself accordingly. Because at that point, you are no longer the same. I've been studying this knowledge for years. In different seasons of my life, I kept returning to these teachings, listening again, applying them again, experiencing them again, each time strengthening the state of my mind a little more. For a long period, I carried a card with my goals written on it. On the back, I wrote a line from Earl Nightingale. This great dream, that dynamic force seen by no one but the person who holds it, is the true driving power behind every great achievement in human history. That sentence kept my intention alive for years. The moment I realized I needed to truly decide what I wanted, everything shifted. Most people don't actually know what they love, simply because they've never taken the time to think about it. That clarity became a turning point for me. The instant I saw what I wanted with absolute certainty, a path opened inside me, and I began walking it. Much of life is shaped by habit. The mental structures we call paradigms control most behaviors, And real transformation begins only when these internal patterns change. Strategy matters, of course, but success is far more often the result of your mental state, your inner frequency. Most people move through life like extras in their own film, while the director's chair sits empty. Sitting in that chair means consciously choosing the direction of your life. Decide the kind of life you want and learn to say no to everything that doesn't align with it. You can think of the mind in two layers, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind processes information through the senses. The subconscious is the deeper realm where emotions, patterns, and behaviors take shape. What separates us from every other creature is the set of higher mental faculties we possess: perception, will, reason, imagination, memory, and intuition. When these abilities come online, your paradigm shifts, your vibration rises, and your life reshapes itself accordingly. There is a constant stream of power flowing into your consciousness. Call it spirit, call it energy, the name doesn't matter. What matters is that this current comes from an infinite source. Thoughts generate feelings, feelings become actions, and actions produce results. Your attitude, the thoughts you choose, the emotions you allow, the behaviors you repeat, draws the outline of your destiny. Negative thinking leads to negative outcomes, but the power to choose a different thought is always within you. Desire is the call of your unexpressed potential, asking to be released into the world. For a desire to grow stronger, you must hold it in your mind and connect to it emotionally. True desires come from the heart. A heart-born intention awakens the conscious mind, ignites the imagination, and forms a clear mental picture. When you return that picture to your heart, energy begins to move. Every idea wants to take form because every idea carries a vibration, and vibration attracts its own kind. When you repeatedly impress a thought onto the subconscious, a simple want becomes a deep desire, and that desire shifts your vibration, transforming your behavior. Many people drift through life without knowing what they want. They collect random thoughts and create random results. But the choice is always available. You can choose the positive thought every single time. True desire is never something you force or grip tightly. When your frequency matches it, the call begins to flow on its own. The moment you release resistance, energy shifts. Your vibration changes, your behavior follows, and new results begin opening in your life. The essence of transformation isn't pushing, it's aligning your frequency with your desire and allowing the flow to move through you. Yet many people doubt that their desires can become real because low self-worth creates a thin veil over their potential. But once a desire activates your imagination, the image that appears in the mind naturally seeks expression in the physical world. It's the law of resonance. When inner resistance dissolves, that image is no longer just a dream. It synchronizes with your vibration and begins carving a path for itself in your reality. There are different types of goals. Repeating what you already know won't expand you. Goals based on maybe, if conditions allow, don't inspire. A real goal is the one you don't yet know how to achieve, the one your heart is pulled toward. First comes the dream. The dream creates the theory, and the theory gives birth to reality. The answer to "can I do it?" is always yes. The deeper question is, do I truly want it? Because when the desire is real, willpower awakens. And the moment you decide, the dream becomes a goal. And once that goal meets the universal mind, it begins taking form. Human beings are creative by nature, far more powerful than they realize. Every major breakthrough in history began with one person making a quiet decision. I can do this. The mind is an extraordinary instrument. Every idea placed within it begins moving toward form the moment you align yourself with it. Your heart may already be whispering something to you, that long-held desire you've been carrying. Stop pushing it away. There are people who had nothing, yet changed the entire direction of their lives with a single decision. That's because the power that flows through all of us comes from the same source. This awareness should be taught even to children. In the same way, we encourage them to imagine the report card they want at the end of the year. The point is not, why can't I, but how can I make this possible? Don't trap yourself inside the limits of what you already know. Don't cling to goals that no longer stretch you. Wanting something you don't yet know how to achieve requires courage. But that is exactly where the true journey begins. A stream of infinite power moves through you. And when you activate your higher mental faculties, you learn how to direct that power consciously. Only then do you begin to see who you really are and what you're truly capable of creating. Right now, feel the new alignment opening between your conscious mind and your subconscious. Every insight you've gained on this journey has softened your resistance and recalibrated your inner frequency. You now understand how thought influences the body, how intention shifts vibration, and how imagination directs energy. This awareness won't stay confined to this video. It will blend into the flow of your creative power and reveal itself in every step you take. If this transformation stirred something inside you, expand your energy by becoming part of this field. Liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and anchoring your intention in the comments helps carry this frequency into the collective. And every contribution you make lifts not only this space, but your own vibration. This transformation doesn't end here. As you share your energy, it continues to grow with you.